Despite overwhelming evidence of its abuse, the New York City Police Department's policy of stopping and frisking overwhelmingly black and brown young men, the vast majority of whom have committed no crime, has always had its defenders. These include the Washington Post's Richard Cohen, whose May 14th column describes the program as racist on its face, as raising profound civil liberties issues, and indeed as a certain kind of hell for young black and Hispanic men. But then he warns against approaching it with censorious political correctness because nowadays in New York, Cohen says, the sound of a car alarm is almost nostalgic. While the New York Times, for its part, editorially decried stop and frisk. Their May 13th editorial noted that the criterion of furtive movements, most often used for stopping disproportionately black and Latino people, is, quote, so vague as to be meaningless, close quote. That people of color are treated more violently than white people when stopped, and that the excuse that stop and frisk keeps guns off the street is not supported. The paper's conclusion, quote, the mounting evidence reveals a pattern of abusive policing that warrants the attention of the Justice Department, which should be using its broad authority to investigate these practices, close quote. But wait a minute, wouldn't such an investigation, if it happened, be just more evidence that's mounting? Because that's the thing. As noted in a recent article in Extra, the Times has been clutching its pearls over stop and frisk for 10 years now, and it's become clear that there is no evidence, no research, no investigation that will move the paper beyond calls for more evidence, research, and investigation. It's hard to escape the conclusion that for the country's paper of record, as for so-called liberal media pundits like Cohen, the fact that a practice violates the human rights of black and brown people every day is simply not sufficient cause to call for its end.